guys, this is Tyson here at iDub Hockey, and right now we're going to be going over how to select the proper size ice hockey pant. Now probably the easiest way to do this would be using a generic sizing guideline like this one you see here, and then you'll know your own waist size and see where you fall into it. So I'm kind of in between the 32 to 34 range, so on this sizing guideline it looked like I'd be in the medium size. However, some manufacturers have specific sizing guidelines of their own. So today we're going to be using Bauer pants as an example. So Bauer has their own individual sizing guideline chart. Now you can see on this, if I look on the same thing, it combines waist as along with height as well. So now I'm right around 6 foot. So on this I would kind of be on the upper end of the medium side and on the lower end of the large. Now if you're kind of in between sizes like I would be here on the Bauer scale, it's going to be a little bit of personal preference. Personally, I'd like to err on the side of being a little bit larger just because you're going to have a little bit more room, and I like the generous fit out of an ice pant. Some people might prefer things to be a little bit more form-fitting, so they'd want to err on the smaller side. Now we're going to take a look at what the proper size looks like and then what a pant too small or a pant too large looks like. All right, so right here we have a size small pant. Now this mannequin size would probably be a better fit for a medium size pant. So you can see here, if we look at the overall fit of the pant, where we have our shin guards right here, the top of the shin guard or the center of the kneecap is going to be right about here, and then that thigh guard is going to stop, and then there's going to be a gap before the top of the pants. This is going to be an indication that this pant would be too small for a player of this size. The reason why is, one, it's going to be a little too form-fitting up in the top area, so it's going to probably not have as great a mobility as you'd like. And then also you have gaps in protection here because you have such a large space between the shin guards and the pant. Now here we have a medium-sized pad. This is going to be the proper fit for a player of this size. First thing you note, in the upper portion, it has a snug fit, but it's loose enough to offer great mobility. As you move down into the legs, you can see here where the knee pads or the shin guards are, it's going to have a minimal break between or gap in protection. So you actually have a little bit of overlap with the thigh guard and the pant. One important thing that you want to make sure is that you don't have too much of an overlap because it'll restrict your mobility and your pants can get caught up on the top of your shin guards. But also you want it close enough so you don't have a large gap in protection. Finally, we're going to look at a pant that's too large. First thing that you want to note is up in the waist area. Now, a pant that's too large isn't going to be that snug in the waist, and it's actually going to want to move around during play, which you obviously do not want. If you look at the front belt closure area, you see that there's a lot of give here. That means that the pant isn't able to get tight enough on a player of this size. So once again, you're going to have problems keeping it in place during play. And then also another really obvious way to tell if a pant is too large is looking at the thigh guard and where it comes on the shin pad. So now the shin guard, the center of the knee is going to be right about here. And with this pant, as you can see, the thigh guard's actually covering up that kneecap. That's definitely going to be an inclination that the size is too big for you, because when you're taking your strides and in play, the pants might get hung up on the shin guards and it's going to restrict your range of motion and mobility. So that was just a quick look at how to select the right size ice hockey pant. We showed you what a properly fitting ice pant looks like, as well as one that's too small and one that's too large. If you have any more questions about how to select the right size ice hockey pant, be sure to give us a call or shoot us an email at icewarehouse.com.